The Last Ride. By Nameless Saint. Travis O'Connor had lived a life that many would envy, riding across the sprawling landscapes of the West with a freedom few would ever know. His hands were weathered from years in the saddle, his face lined with the stories of the land. But now, at the end of his long trail, cancer had begun to carve its own mark, and time had grown short. For a year, Travis had ridden his loyal horse, Charlie, as though each day might be his last. The horse, a sturdy bay with a coat as smooth as the twilight sky, had been his companion through thick and thin. Though Charlie never spoke, he was a true friend, understanding Travis's unspoken words and the quiet moments that passed between them. As the end approached, Travis decided it was time for one final journey. They would ride out one last time, and he intended to make it count. It wasn't merely a ride. It was a farewell to the land, to the life he had cherished, and to his steadfast companion. On a crisp, clear morning, Travis mounted Charlie with a sense of purpose. The old cowboy felt the familiar sway of the saddle, the rhythm of Charlie's hooves striking the earth beneath them. As they rode out of the barn, the morning sun began to paint the sky with hues of pink and gold, promising a day of beauty. They journeyed across the vast open plains, the land stretching out in endless waves of green and gold. Travis felt every bump and sway, each step of Charlie's powerful stride resonating with the beat of his own heart. They rode in silence, but it was a comfortable silence, one filled with shared memories and an unspoken understanding. As they crested a ridge, the sight of a wild herd of horses came into view. The wild stallions and mares moved with a grace and freedom that stirred something deep within Travis. He nudged Charlie forward, his heart racing with a renewed vigor. Together, they joined the wild horses, galloping across the open expanse in a dance of freedom and unity. The wind whipped through Travis's hair, and for a fleeting moment, he was not the old cowboy with cancer, but a young man once more, filled with the exhilaration of the ride and the untamed spirit of the land. Charlie seemed to revel in the experience as well, his ears flicking and his nostrils flaring as he matched the wild horses stride for stride. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the land, Travis knew their journey was nearing its end. He guided Charlie back toward the ranch, his heart heavy but full of peace. The last rays of sunlight kissed the horizon, and the world seemed to pause, holding its breath. Back at the ranch, Travis dismounted slowly, his body aching with the toll of the ride. He led Charlie to the pasture, where the horse could roam freely among the other animals. With a gentle touch and a final, heartfelt look, Travis removed Charlie's bridle and saddle, setting him free. "Go on, Charlie," Travis said quietly, his voice thick with emotion. "Run free." Charlie seemed to understand, his eyes bright with a sense of new possibilities. With a flick of his tail, he trotted off, joining the other horses in the pasture. Travis watched as Charlie blended into the wild, a living testament to the freedom they had both cherished. As the last light of day faded, Travis stood alone in the golden twilight. The horizon before him was a canvas of colors, a beautiful end to a life well lived. He took a deep breath, savoring the crisp air and the warmth of the setting sun. With a final, resolute step, Travis began to walk toward the sunset, the end of his journey drawing near. He felt a profound sense of peace, knowing that he had lived fully and loved deeply. His last ride had been everything he had hoped for, a farewell to the land and to his faithful friend, and a final embrace of the freedom that had defined his life.